हेलो यूट्यूब। यूट्यूब पे मेरी आवाज आ रही है? क्या आ रही है? वी आर बैक।
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmeister. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second Arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brandt against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops. I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
I dare say, we could sell this for a fair amount of gold.
You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Take it, and do with it what you will. Is there aught else you'd care to... Aye. Take care then.
Having the Arisen obtain a maester's teaching is a welcome boon for us pawns as well.
I shall strive to learn from your example, that I might reach new heights of my own.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat. Where to next, Arisen?
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms. They all are.
What's this all about?
Oh, you've a sharp eye.
Suppose I ought not to have underestimated you. You wonder how I know? For starters, 'tisn't just me. The entire village recognizes you for what you are, cuz. Not mysterious about it. We've our sources, and that's all I'm saying. But don't worry yourself. I'm actually on your side, in a sense. Can't offer you any help, though. Village code and all that. Still, I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. If I were you, I'd try doing to someone else what I was just doing to you. Know what I mean? I have a hefty wager riding on you, cuz. Don't let me down, eh?
All that obscure advice, only to depart with nary a word of explanation. Shall we try doing what she did to us then?
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
The villagers' stares are as sharp as daggers. What is their intent, I wonder?
You say that, but I sense no hostility. Whatever's going on here, I don't think they mean us any harm.
Fine place to collect my... This is the inn. We've room to spare if you course. Nothing's free in this world. A good merchant knows that trade is a battle of wits. Do stop by again.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Aught you need of me?
I'm not interested.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
Let me get that. fear I must stray from the thread of our conversation to tell you. Oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
Well, it certainly isn't easy work, but I'm proud to be counted upon.
Well met, sir.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Master, I've naught more to say. Pressing me where to next, Arisen?
Is there aught else you'd care to ask? If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, for 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require to begin with. Those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate, which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmaster. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? You're curious? What? Naturally, I'm not the only one. You're the second Arisen to come to In response, she... Oops. Don't misunderstand. Those who deal in information must... Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care, then.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
You called? Forgive me, but you do not appear to be in need of aid.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
I shall do as you say.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
There is much we ought to tend to. If aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, he refuses to obey me. There's a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power as Arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true Arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Allow me to speak to the agent we captured some days past. Perchance he knows aught of use.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesties, do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
shall we seek out the young man from the other day? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Oi, you there. Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern.
Go on.
Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
We've arrived, just as planned.
Hoi, friend! Have there any time for me today? I dare say we're overdue another talk. There's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring these streets. And every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It seems a simple observation, I know, but to me, 'twas a revelation. for it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appease her. Looking at this box, it fills me with courage. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be willed about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Pray forgive me for making you wait for it. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other, though I feel sure we shall in time. Perhaps sooner than we might think. Until then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
True enough. Now to report to Captain Brandt.
Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die. My early deaths. Hope to see you again. Well, that's something.
Mayhap the one we're here to meet intends to arrive at a different time of day.
This is the wrong time of day for what we have in mind. Best we set out again later.
Welcome. Places such as this nourish the spirit.
Gotta be somewhere to make some good calls. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. If the information we pry from the agent is to be believed, there is a place in Batal devoted to the study of arts most queer. I believe it is worthy of investigation. Should fortune smile upon us, your Majesty may even discover some method of undoing the Godsway's hold over the pawns. Yet official dealings twixt Vermund and Batal are suspended, and 'tis no simple matter to gain passage through the latter's fortress. Fortunately for us, however, the agent was hiding this on his person. I bid you take it. 'Tis an entry permit, allowing passage through Batal's fortress. It even bears the crest of the Batali Palace. It must have been commissioned by someone with great influence. I doubt any would dare impede your passage with such an item in your possession. There is one other thing, Your Majesty. With the permit came information I found most intriguing. An oracle who once served in the Vermundian court now resides in Batal. This oracle foretold the coming of the Arisen and was banished from the kingdom when her prophecy displeased the Queen Regent. Indeed, 'twas by this same oracle's power that the agent in question came to know of your Majesty's whereabouts. The oracle knows much of the Arisen. Should you make her acquaintance, she may be able to offer you aid during your infiltration.
If we seek further knowledge of the Godslay, we ought to make for Batal. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Time to be heading. This ox cart's bound for. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master story.
I'm too heavy. Will someone do aught about this?
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste steel.
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to make for Batal in order to continue your investigation. As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and I happened upon this. "'Tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye o'er it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not. And if you do, would you be so kind as to share it with me? That is only if you've the time to spare. I am in no position to make demands, of course."
Still waiting on that report.
Quietude is a blessing.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, where it possible.
What is true peace, I wonder? It's laced,
quite the predicament.
Over here, if you would.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tailpipe!
The hours seem to fly when lights might end to finding town.
This ox cart's bound for... I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
I'm nodding off where I stand.
I cannot take another. 'Tis this way.
Can't make a living if I get myself in.
Have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
I'm in no hurry.
This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save up?
This ox cart's bound for the... I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Heavens, the indignity of I.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
It shall be done. I'm here to aid you.
Ingenious. My own master must hear of this tactic.
Unbelievable.
Are we ignoring the enemy today? Oh, methinks the fiends felt that. Perhaps a few more for good measure.
Ensure your next attack is no less purposeful.
Oh, I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Yes, master. I shall hasten to your aid.
It's this way.
Hold out. Someone coming.
There are few places where I can let down my guard.
Hail.
When does my want to have been forgotten?
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff them out and mark them on your map.
Slim pickings. pray. Follow me.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the Jadeite Orb. It was stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. There's no exaggeration. He's had people killed before, more than a few at that. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the Jadeite Orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. That jewel was my last hope. Now it's gone. Unless you were to find it for me. Would you, sir? Oh, pray do a poor man a kindness.
The Jadeite Orb could be anywhere now.
Pray, sir, seek out. As for where to look, you could try asking a bandit, or...
I shan't be able to feel my feet after such a journey. I don't suppose you would consider using an ox cart instead.
The Sovereign's retinue makes to fell the dragon at last. 'Twas a remarkable recovery, really. The man was burnt to a crisp.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at
Over here, if you please.
Go on, have a look. My steel for a mug of warm ale.
Oh, tell me, haven't
Some of us
troops battle ready
I
yet?
train every day.
tavern, under the stars.
Save it, cuz. I'm not interested. I've got nothing for ye.
A merchant, eh? Have you an entry permit? Hold a moment. That cart has priority. Lord Phaesus is come! Open the gates!
So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check your permit. Go on through.
What to make of this?
Buy a little something, won't you? Hope to see you again.
Oh, we're set. Only to think, before anyone gives Mithras but a moment's rest.
What to do?
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around. I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gather.
There's aught to be found there. Can you not see it?
So, after breaking free of the chains of slavery that once bound you to this land, you return of your own volition. This is good. I am relieved to see that you are fulfilling your charge. Now, 'twould be advantageous for you and your pawn to visit the Rockmouser's burrow in Backbatal. Methinks 'tis where you will find that which you seek.
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
Shall we do as that personage suggested and make for the Rockmouser's burrow?
Did my best to match your skill, Master. Fear not. I shall aid you directly. Why are you doing this, Arisen?
I should be glad to assist you, Arisen. Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this.
Wait here. I'll rush the enemy to give you an Greenwarish doesn't come cheap.
On my way!
Thank you, Master. I only hope I did not disappoint. On the run.
I see no merit in hunting down such cravens.
Prepare yourself. I must dominate.
Drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
That was outstanding, if I do say so myself.
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
As planned.
Paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Unbelievable.
I've got wares of every ilk. Need anything? Mayhap I can help, sir. Hope to see you again ere long.
Assailants, master.
That's no dull hand for this.
Over here, if you would.
Clear yourself, and we shall not
Lay down
fall.
more. You'll hurt yourself.
Then I shall remain by your side.
This way, Master.
Come on! I'm going to eat you!
Well, hey, make me wait a moment.
Shall we do as that personage suggested, and make for the Rock Mouse's burrow? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
Over here!
I will protect you.
I suppose we might as well gather what we can. The power of such...
Aye. What is it?
Poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
Well done.